Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Echoes from the Wild.
Glad you're here with us. We've got a fascinating topic today.
Indeed, we do. So, have you ever thought about how our relationship with wolves has evolved over time?
Can't say it's been keeping me up at night, but you've piqued my interest.
Well, I've been reading about ancient societies and their views on wolves, and it's really got me thinking.
Oh yeah? What's the scoop?
Turns out, back then, wolves were seen as allies, maybe even spiritual guides.
Seriously? I always thought they were just the big bad wolves of fairy tales.
Surprisingly, no. Those prehistoric cave paintings weren't just random art.
Are you saying early humans were big fans of wolves?
Exactly. They went out of their way to depict wolves, not just any animals.
That is fascinating. So they admired wolves?
Seems like it. They might have even wanted to emulate them.
Emulate wolves? How so?
Take the Koryos, for instance, young warriors who formed packs and lived like wolves.
Wait, they actually tried to become wolves?
In a way, yes. They adopted wolf-like behaviors and survival techniques.
That's wild. No pun intended.
Good one. But seriously, they saw wolves as embodying qualities they wanted.
Makes sense. Wolves are strong, cunning, and work well in teams.
Exactly the traits a warrior would need.
But not everyone might see wolves in such a positive light.
True, but back then, they seemed to hold wolves in high regard.
Fair enough. So what changed over time?
Well, fast forward to the Middle Ages, and wolves become the bad guys.
Let me guess. The whole big bad wolf stereotype kicks in.
Precisely. They were portrayed as villains in stories and folklore.
Any idea why that shift happened?
I think economic pressures played a big role. Protecting livestock became crucial.
So wolves threatening sheep and cattle didn't help their image.
Right, and people tend to fear what threatens their livelihood.
Plus, religious narratives didn't do wolves any favors.
Definitely. They were often used as symbols of evil and sin.
Imagine going to church and hearing about wolves being the embodiment of the devil.
No wonder people were terrified. And then throw in diseases like rabies.
Yeah, rabies outbreaks must have been horrifying back then.
Not to mention ergot poisoning from contaminated rye bread causing hallucinations.
Wait, you're telling me people thought they were seeing werewolves because of bad bread?
Believe it or not, yes. It led to all sorts of legends and fears.
Wow, that's a plot twist I didn't see coming.
Crazy how all that led to the werewolf legends we know today.
Honestly, I kind of miss the days when wolves were our friends.
Well, good news is, in modern times, we're seeing a shift again.
Yeah, like the reintroduction of gray wolves to Yellowstone.
Exactly, though that stirred up quite the controversy.
Tell me about it. People were up in arms, literally.
But now, looking back, it's hard to argue with the results.
True, the ecosystem rebounded in ways we didn't expect.
Like the trophic cascade effect. Who saw that coming?
Not me. The wolves controlled the elk populations.
Which let vegetation like willow and aspen recover.
And that brought back beavers, birds, and more.
It's like nature's own domino effect.
Absolutely. But not everyone is thrilled about it even now.
Yeah, some ranchers and farmers are still facing issues.
Understandably so. If my livelihood was at risk, I'd be concerned too.
So how do we find a balance between ecological benefits and human interests?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Perhaps open dialogue and creative solutions are the way forward.
Such as compensation programs for livestock losses?
Exactly, and investing in non-lethal deterrence.
Like guardian animals, better fencing, and alarm systems.
But it takes cooperation and sometimes changing how we think.
Easier said than done.
True, but necessary if we want to coexist.
Education also plays a huge role, don't you think?
Absolutely. The more people understand wolves, the less fear there is.
And maybe more appreciation for their role in the ecosystem.
That ties back to psychology. Ever hear Jung's concept of the shadow?
Vaguely. Enlighten me.
Well, the shadow represents the parts of ourselves we don't acknowledge.
Intriguing. So wolves symbolize our untamed nature?
Exactly. By confronting that, we achieve greater self-understanding.
So accepting wolves is like accepting ourselves?
In a metaphorical sense, yeah.
That's deep. I hadn't thought of it that way.
It's food for thought.
But do you think that resonates with most people?
Probably not everyone, but every bit helps.
Fair enough.
Playing devil's advocate here. Aren't we sometimes romanticizing wolves?
Maybe, but that doesn't mean we should ignore the real dangers.
True, wolves are wild animals and can pose risks.
Exactly. There have been attacks, though rare.
So we need to balance appreciation with caution.
Couldn't agree more.
But how do we get communities on board with coexistence?
Education and involving them in the conversation.
Easier said than done, especially with deep-seated fears.
That's why it's a gradual process.
I suppose patience is key.
And persistence.
Do you think social media can help change perceptions?
It can be a double-edged sword, but yes, it has potential.
Yeah, viral videos of wolf pups could win some hearts.
Or misinformation could spread fears.
Good point. We need accurate information out there.
Maybe citizen science projects could help.
Like involving locals in tracking and monitoring wolves?
Exactly. It builds connection and understanding.
Speaking of wolves, ever thought about how dogs are basically their descendants?
All the time. My husky definitely thinks he's a wolf.
Mine too. It's amazing how we've brought wolves into our homes.
Well, more like we domesticated them over thousands of years.
Still, there's a bit of wolf in every dog.
Which goes to show our relationship with wolves is complicated.
Complicated but enduring.
Agreed. Maybe we can learn from that.
Maybe our history with dogs can help us understand wolves better.
That's an interesting angle.
Perhaps fostering that connection could reduce fears.
It's worth exploring.
So, any final thoughts on our ever-changing relationship with wolves?
Just that embracing coexistence is both a challenge and an opportunity.
Well said. It's about finding harmony with nature.
And recognizing that we're part of the ecosystem too.
Couldn't agree more.
Thanks for this enlightening chat.
Thank you. Always great to share ideas.
And thanks to our listeners for joining us.
Absolutely. Until next time.
Stay curious, everyone.
Take care and keep exploring the wild.